Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful people. I want to go ahead and thank you for coming over and checking out my second video. If you haven't seen the first one, go ahead and click this over here, bike picture. It'll be head over to our first video. We cover a little bit of Sorcerers and Magic Kingdom, card game from Walt Disney World. Pretty awesome, one of my favorite things at the park, so go check that out. But just like I said at the end of the first video, we're here to check out Marvel and Disney's Seekers of the Weird. These guys. So I was pretty excited about that. I got my hands on the first one. Second issue just came out. Pretty awesome so far. The story behind it, you can find it in the first comic. I'm not gonna, ruin the whole thing for you, but the whole idea was birthed out of some Marvel upper people and some Disney upper people going to a friendly baseball game, and they started chatting and they wanted to do a comic series about some attractions. It kind of went into, you know what, why don't we do it on this attraction that never was. That attraction was the Museum of the Weird. The Museum of the Weird was designed by an Imagineer way back in the day by the name of Raleigh Crump. He worked closely with Walt Disney while he was still alive, and basically his job was to just think of crazy things that are going to bring in guests and really engage your imagination. That's what Imagineers do. He designed this thing called the Museum of the Weird. Now, just like the name says, it was going to be a museum of really weird artifacts, quote unquote, that were found around the world and collected and brought back to Disneyland. And what the museum was going to be, if I recall correctly, it was going to be attached pretty much to Haunted Mansion. So it was going to be more of a walkthrough after you got done with Haunted Mansion. You got to go through and see these weird, crazy things that would creep you out and were kind of cool, pull at your imagination. And it just never got built. As you know, if you've ever been to Disneyland or Disney World, there's no Museum of the Weird. So they kind of took that idea, dug it back out of the archives, and started making a story about it. I know a cool thing is Raleigh Crump is still around today. He's still alive. So he's kind of gotten to see this come to fruition. He's traveled around to a lot of conventions and done signings and stuff of this comic. So it's kind of cool seeing, somebody's idea they had way back in the day come to life pretty much in all these stories. So the actual storyline of Seekers of the Weird follows this brother and sister, Max and Mel, typical siblings, fighting, bickering, they like each other though, but never can really get along. And then kind of centers around their family, the Keeps, that's her last name, and their mother and father who own a curio shop in New Orleans, Louisiana. What better place for weird stuff to happen? And it's called Keep It Weird. Basically a lot of stuff sets up right at the beginning of the first issue. I'm not going to ruin anything for you because I want you to go read it. Basically, the uncle they never knew but kind of knew about, black sheep of the family, after this crazy thing happens with their parents, he swoops in, Uncle Roland, and they finally get to meet him and go on this crazy adventure. Now the adventure so far has taken place in the Museum of the Weird. Due to some circumstances, like I mentioned, with their parents, they have to go recover this coffin clock, which can be seen right here on the front cover, and they're recovering that for this shadow society. They don't really know who they are yet. One of my favorite things is being that this kind of central, when it was originally created to Haunted Mansion, there's a lot of Haunted Mansion pieces showing up in the comics. One of my favorite attractions at Walt Disney World. Love it, love the history behind it, so it's been really cool seeing pieces of that pop up in the story. Now, like I said, there's 2 issues out so far. It's a little 5-issue run, so only 3 issues left, so there's still plenty of time to go out, grab it, read up. It's just 2 issues to get, so nothing like you're going to be really behind. If that interests you, go pick it up at your local comic store. Also on my reading list right now is Winter Soldier Bitter March. Check out that awesome cover. Old, vintagey, spy themed. Just like the cover, it feels like a James Bond movie. To where you have your agents, kind of old school. You have the kind of witty banter between them while they're chasing the bad guy. And you have your bad guy, the Winter Soldier, who, I'm not going to spoil that either, movie coming out. Most of you probably already know who he is, but if you haven't, go check out the trailer for that. Marvel's got a bunch of them up. That looks like it's going to be pretty interesting as far as, the movie universe goes. Winter Soldier Bitter March is also a short run. I believe it's a 5-issue run as well. So interested to see where that goes. It's a really fun first issue. So go check that out as well if you like spy stuff, you know, just anything to do with the Winter Soldier, Captain America kind of theme. And lastly, I was able to pick up this monster the other day. It's the Mighty Avengers Dark Reign, rather hefty book. Got it brand new, super cheap in a local store, which was really exciting. Kind of read a little bit about Dark Reign, a couple of issues here and there, but this is everything to do with the Mighty Avengers collected. So it's been fun so far. I'm about a third of the way through it. So essentially about Hank Pym making a new Avengers team while Norman Osborn has the Dark Avengers kind of taking over. Fun book to read. I didn't have to pay much for it, which was kind of the cool part. There wasn't too much to lose, and so far I've really enjoyed it. I would have paid more for it, honestly. The last thing I want to mention, also warn you about, spoilers alert, spoilers ahead. Who's been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Let me know in the comments below. Been waiting for this episode 14, I believe it was. Yeah, episode 14. Been waiting for that for, was it been like a month since nothing's come on. Finally get to kind of see what Tahiti was, what Agent Coulson was undergoing. There's been a lot of theories out there. One of my favorite theories so far has been that Agent Coulson, yes, he died, but in order to bring them back, they swapped, pretty much made him an android, and in the future, going into like the Marvel Universe, he's going to become the Vision. That's an awesome theory, but kind of not sure about it right now because of the recent S.H.I.E.L.D. episode. Like I said, I'm about to release some spoilers, so go ahead and turn me off. Just a fair warning. When Agent Coulson, you know, he gets down into the guest house, and they don't know exactly what they're looking into, and he finds the Tahiti room, and whatever that blue thing is. If you've watched the episode, you know, the half dismembered blue guy in water, and you find out that the serum that, you know, reconstructed him, and they're also trying to get for Skye, is this thing's blood or something to do with this thing. Not really sure what's going on there. I don't know if he's like some Kree, or he's like a Chitauri, neither of which they'll be able to use the name of because of rights with Fox, I believe. Anyway, let me know what you think that is too in the comments below. Because, and one last thing, if you don't watch or subscribe to my wife's videos, head over to, I'll link her on the Stormtrooper helmet again, right there. Yeah. Go check her out. She's about to put up a new video, or may already have, about a new series we're doing that has to do with Walt Disney World. Let's go check out that little teaser for our new series. We need a name for it, so please, we welcome your ideas. And once again, I thank you for coming check out this video. Really appreciate your time. And leave me some comments below. What is that blue thing? What do you want to hear about next? And let me know you're watching.